our good barbecue and spend some money.
I concur with Dr. Gray and the NAACP. The SCLC is here. You know, Dr. Martin Luther King advocated nonviolence, and so we're advocating nonviolence. And so we're asking our citizens to stay away, and we want this to be a peaceful process, that they have a right to protest, but we're here to denounce any kind of racism, bigotry, and hatred. And we are advocating that our citizens stay away. God bless.
Any questions you have of us?
The Memphis Police Department said they're not expecting any violence. Do you foresee any sort of problems, violence coming out of what's going to possibly transpire?
My hope is that there isn't any, but for us, it's about advocating and letting our members and the general public know that if you encounter Confederate 901, please don't engage in any violence. Let them have their rally, let them have their caravan, and you go about the business of doing what you want to do, and don't have that interaction.
And just one follow-up, they've been on Facebook Live, some of these folks that are a part of this group, and they have said that they want this to be peaceful, a ride, and if there's anything else beyond that, at least pertaining to Confederate 901, they will not be associated with it. What do you say when they say they want it to be peaceful?
Well, when they say that they want it to be peaceful, we appreciate that. We think that that's important, that they acknowledge it and they share that. And I know that they cannot control other people associated with their organization or outsiders who may come in and try and agitate. But as long as they feel like they want to have a peaceful caravan, we appreciate that. But, you know, there may be some members that don't. And for them, we don't want any interaction. We want it to be peaceful.
In 1998 and again in 2013, there was a lot of discussion before those Klan rallies about ignore it or have alternative activities. This time around, what do you think we've learned from that experience of those two events before, when there was a lot of discussion around this very point?
That if you engage in it, I think that will agitate and incite them. And that's the reason we thought with these other organizations it was important for us to come out and say we want it to be peaceful in our city, and we want our citizens not to entertain or interact. We think that's important, and we've learned that from history.
Have y'all made any contact with them at all, any conversations with them at all personally?
We have not.
Okay.
Not at all, Jerry.
And we don't plan to.
Is it going to happen, you think, or is it just all talk, you think? What are you all thinking? Some folks
Well,
say it's just all talk.
all we can look at is what has happened in other cities, and we look at what happened in Charlottesville, and which was unfortunate, and someone lost their life in that incident. And that's the reason we thought it was important for us to come out and say, please, we don't want that type of action in our city. We're working for a better Memphis. We're working on trying to be more inclusive and not divisive. And, what we wanted happened. The monuments are down.
Right.
And so we're focused on the future, right? That's old news for us.
Proactive.
We're focused on the future. Yeah.
Proactive. Well said. Well said. Always here.
Any other questions?
GHS.
Oh, Representative Hardaway is here. Would like to have some comments?
Thank you and good afternoon. I'll just reiterate what Deidre said, and that is that our focus is on the future. Our job as leadership is to advance those same causes that those statutes were put up to intimidate and to try to deny to people of color. Our job is to move the causes for civil rights, human rights on forward. We'll be concentrating on developing strategic plans that will increase voter participation, education. We'll also be working on economic and educational opportunities to increase the chances of communities of color, to erase all the disparities in health care, housing, So we're focused on the future. Quite simply, focused on the future.
All right, Mauricio? Sure.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for all being here. I think I will echo what everybody has said. It really takes two to pick up a fight. We simply don't want to be there. This is not a black or a brown or a white issue. This is a Memphis issue. It's about being in the right side of history. We need to move forward. There's so many things in our city that we have to be concentrated on. We're just not going to be part of that. Anything that is divisive is really counterproductive of what we're trying to accomplish here. This is about inclusivity, this is about righteousness, this is about justice, and we're going to be part of any of those things that entitle that, but anything that is counterproductive, simply Memphians, we don't want to be part of that. I mean, we have heard and read that some of the people that are planning to show up are not even part of our community. So yeah, why be part of that? It's not a priority. We have more important things to do. So again, this is about moving 901 forward and celebrate the accomplishments and be on the highlight of the good things that are bringing the city together. Thank you.
And before we wrap up, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up our chair of political action for the Memphis branch, Tammy Sawyer, for a few words.
Hi everyone, good to see you. Everybody. Tammy Sawyer, TMI, SAWYR, political activist, political chair of NAACP Memphis branch, as well as lead organizer with Take 'Em Down 901. Proud to stand here today with the NAACP and additional leaders in the community and partner organizations to say that Take 'Em Down 901 will not be participating in any counter-protest against the counter-protesters on Saturday. Instead, we have called for a day of service. We will be in the community using Show Up Memphis, Show Up for Memphis. And we're calling on all Memphians, instead of giving attention, as Mauricio just stated, to outsiders with intentions to bring hate and racism into our city, to show up and show how we love and support and care for one another. So Memphians, if this is getting under your skin, go out and show Memphis how you care about it, and find an opportunity to serve your city on Saturday. Thank you.
Vicki?
Thank you for your time on this afternoon. I would also like to thank all of the organizations that came to stand with us. I look forward to working with them on this issue and any future issues that we might have. We also have an official copy of our statement if you want to take it with you. This ends our news conference, and have a great day.
There you go.